experience and membership that backs what you're building with American Express Business Platinum. Get 2 times membership rewards points per dollar on eligible purchases in key business categories, as well as on each eligible purchase of $5,000 or more, on up to $2 million in eligible purchases per calendar year. American Express Business Platinum. There's nothing like it. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/business-platinum.
Blowing ad budget on metrics that look great till the CFO sees them. That's bull spend. And marketers are calling it out in Dashboard Confessions.
I remember telling my boss, it'll be good for the brand, when leads were slow. Yeah, it wasn't.
Cut the bull spend. LinkedIn lets you target by company, job title, and more. Advertise on LinkedIn. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a $250 credit. Go to linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan that I've been enjoying. It's not just for celebrities. So do like I did and have one of your assistants switch you to Mint Mobile today. I'm told it's super easy to do at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
Well, there's a party each and every year on Christmas Eve, where the fun and cocktail shrimp don't seem to end. Clark and Ralphie taking turns on the TV screen, laughing, singing, yelling with all of our friends. Well, it's Christmas, and everybody's gonna spread the holiday cheer, 'cause it's Christmas. Whoa, oh, it's the best time of the year. Let's do fake reindeer with them.
Hey, Dylan.
Hey, Matt.
So you were like, hey, this Malcolm in the Middle reboot came out. People have opinions on it.
People do. I haven't seen. I've been kind of. I've seen more ads for it than I've seen reactions to it.
All I've seen is people bitching that it's too woke, which makes me immediately be like, not interested in this person's opinion. Like,
Yeah, exactly. If that's your complaint about anything ever, I don't care what you have to say.
yeah. I'm like, all right, whatever. Cool. Great.
Great.
But, this was a challenge. So you were like, let's watch season 3, episode 7 called
Yeah.
Christmas.
Were you a Malcolm in the Middle watcher?
So that's the thing. I know I watched it.
Yes.
This is very similar to, I think I've told you that I've been rewatching King of the Hill for the same
Yes.
reason. Is like, these are shows that I know I watched weekly, but I could
Same.
not name most of the episodes or tell you anything that ever happened in those shows.
100%. I did own the first season on DVD, which I believe was one of the only seasons to get a DVD release.
I wouldn't be surprised if this is one of those tons of copywritten music type shows.
Yeah, that totally makes sense. So I had the DVD. I distinctly remember the season finale being after one of the Super Bowls because they go to a water park, and that was the season finale of season 1, and that was always my favorite episode because of like just that memory, that being tied to it, and I really like when shows go to places like water parks and theme parks and stuff.
Well, so here's
really
where I
enjoyed
was
that.
challenged here, though, because my memory of this show, if you said, what is the plot of Malcolm in the Middle? I would be like, it's about a super genius kid who's... I would be like, it's about a super
I know
genius
where you're going, yeah.
who's like stuck around like a bunch of dumb family members, and like him realizing that he's so much better than the rest of his family. But for the entire run of this episode, he's just as scummy and shitty as the rest of his family. And I was like, am I incorrectly remembering what Malcolm in the Middle is about?
As someone who did sit here this morning and not only watch this episode, but didn't feel like changing any settings or going to a different service, so I continued to watch Malcolm in the Middle this morning, I would say this episode, while it is definitely like, I wouldn't say alternate universe, but it does seem like Malcolm has a little bit more of a head on his shoulders than what's going on in this episode for all of the other ones. He's still not great. Like, he's still not a great person or human being. He is a genius. He is really smart, and it is weird that, like, the behavior behind that really doesn't match up with the smarts. Not that I'm saying, I mean, he's a kid. He's gonna do dumb shit. But he does seem like someone who would think more about the consequences of his actions than others in the series. But I will say, you could have renamed this entire episode Consequences for Your Actions.
Yeah.
Until the end. Like... I had not a great time with this episode.
No, I
of
texted
television.
you.
Yeah.
I texted you and told you I was legitimately having a panic attack. And I'll tell you the exact moment that I started having the panic attack was when they started throwing glass ornaments like snowballs at each other.
And like, why? What the fuck?
I was like, for a millisecond, was imagining how I would react if I came home to Barb's 3 kids doing that. And I was like, you know what? I'd fucking cancel Christmas too. I'd be like, if this show is trying to depict Lewis as being unreasonable, it is failing because
and I don't
these
think it
kids
is.
I was going to say, these kids do not deserve a good Christmas
I don't
based on
think
the
it
actions
is.
of the first 10 minutes of the episode.
This show was always that way in terms of like, all right, the kids are going to be shitty and rightfully get blown up on by Lois, but Lois is kind of going to blow up in the worst, the least opportune times, usually in public. Going to cause an issue, and then the family's going to realize how much they love each other, and Hal's just going to kind of be the goofy dumbass. So
she has a great line, by the way.
There are
with
some
Hal.
great lines in this. There are some awesome lines in this.
He comes in and he goes, "You're canceling Christmas?" And she goes, "No, I'm holding it hostage."
Yeah.
I'm like, that's favorite, top tier great line.
My favorite bit is and earmuffs on the children in the room. When Reese goes, "You can't cancel Christmas. It's the last year Dewey believes in Santa Claus." And Dewey's standing next to him and he just goes, "What?"
Yeah, that one got a big laugh out of me too.
But these are just, dude, shitty people. Like, every single person in this episode is a horrible, horrible human being.
They truly are. And I just never... I've realized over the years my bandwidth for shitty people entertainment is very low anymore.
And I am genuinely curious to go back and watch more because, again, after this episode, I watched 3 more episodes, and if I was hating it that much, I probably wouldn't have watched 3 more episodes.
Yeah, you would have eventually been like, I will put on anything else now.
Yeah. So it is intriguing. It is fun to watch. It's a fun show. I feel like this episode just leaned so hardcore into how dysfunctionally mean some of the characters are. I am genuinely curious to go back and watch because I do want to watch the revival or the reboot. I want to see what is if it kind of lives up to my memories as a kid, because this episode didn't.
Well, I was gonna say it did make me say I don't ever want to watch it because this has been on my want to rewatch list for a while. But it's certainly
also an easy rewatch as someone who did sit here and watch 4 episodes this morning.
I will say it did move it down on the priority list.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, maybe I'll watch Golden Girls in its entirety first, and then I'll go to Malcolm in the Middle. I don't know.
I think maybe you need to wait for Barb's kids to get a bit older.
Yeah.
Because you are going to watch this show through that lens.
Oh, almost definitely.
Yeah, so you might want to wait a bit.
But her kids are nowhere near these monsters.
No. But you know what I'm saying, because I had the same reaction. Like,
oh yeah, if you walk
everybody
into your
knows I'm
classroom,
teaching middle school, and if that was going on, and I've had moments where I've walked in and I've been like, what the hell is going on? Like, what is happening? Like, I've been in situations that Lois has been in. The problem is like, I feel like I am kind of jumping to the ending here. I feel like there was a lot of setup just for them to say,
never mind.
Yeah. So I don't know. There was no comeuppance in any storyline in this episode. I feel like the way we started this season, or the way we started this episode, is the way we ended this episode.
I will say that I did find the older brother's storyline 10 times more compelling with their grandmother.
100%.
Like, I was like, oh, I understand what they're going with, and I approve.
Yeah.
This episode is brought to you by Redfin. You're listening to a podcast, which means you're probably multitasking. Maybe even scrolling home listings on Redfin, saving homes without expecting to get them. But Redfin isn't just built for endless browsing. It's built to help you find and own a home. With agents who close twice as many deals, when you find the one, you've got a real shot at getting it. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
Looking for a new seasonal anime? Want to know what new anime music is out there? Looking to add a new waifu or husbando to the list? Or are you just looking for a modern or classic anime to add to your Plan to Watch list? My name is Nick and I run the Waifus and Weeboos podcast. And you can check me out on Geekscape.net.
We got to talk about first things first here.
Yeah.
I've always known that. I've never forgotten how much of a banger the theme song is.
Oh, yeah.
But I forgot how much of a banger the opening credits over top of the theme song.
Oh, yeah. 100%. It's
like,
so good.
Like that stock footage of different movies and stuff. Like, I'm like, oh, man, this is great. Like,
yeah,
I love it. Basically the two storylines, right? It's Malcolm and his brothers Reese and Dewey back at home with his parents. They ruin Christmas every year. We get a series of flashbacks, which my favorite one is just the tree fully on fire. Lois is screaming, "Who did this?" while Hal just keeps saying, "Drop and roll, honey." Like, because I love that it implies that she is quite literally fully on fire, but still focusing on trying to figure out who set the tree on fire.
I just like, these aren't kids that are like, I don't know. It's hard to describe. The kids aren't just fucking up. Like, they're actively choosing. Yes, they're actively choosing to do things like throwing the ornaments.
Yeah,
like,
they are old.
What?
Two of the
How
three
would
kids are old enough to know how dangerous that is.
Yeah. Or to know, like, mom's gonna be fucking pissed.
Yeah.
Like, there's
and
gotta
just not
be
care.
Exactly. This isn't the same situation as, hey, you're throwing a ball in the house and then you throw it too hard and you break something.
Yeah.
Like, no, that's different. This is, I am actively destroying our Christmas ornaments by throwing them at the wall.
And you know what? I don't even care about the Christmas. I mean, I care a little bit about the Christmas ornaments.
I don't care about the Christmas ornaments, but
I'm like, walking into all of those shards of glass everywhere.
Yep.
I was literally, because my like fear of stepping on tiny sharp pieces of glass, I was like, I'd never be able to walk in that room again. That room would become a hazardous zone for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
But then we have, I forget the name of the older brother that's hides. Francis is being forced to go and spend Christmas with his grandmother because he lives closer to her. Played by Cloris Leachman.
Dude, there is a line when Francis hears about, like, that he has to go stay, where he's like, what did he say? He said, don't put this on me. You need to go visit your mother. And she just fucking pauses for like 20 seconds.
Oh no, he says, she goes, she is an old woman and she needs to be taken care of at Christmas. And he goes, then why aren't you bringing her home to your house? And then there's the long pause.
And she goes, don't you threaten me.
Yeah, it's that whole storyline is good. I mean, Cloris
Yeah.
Leachman is essentially playing the same character that Cloris Leachman has played for about 30 years.
It's really wild, isn't it?
Yeah, like I'm like, man, she just kept getting pulled in to play this. One of the lines that did make me laugh is he gets her a card that when she opens it, it plays Jingle Bells. And she's like, I hate that song. They played that song when they would throw the babies into the fire. And he's like, they played Jingle Bells. And then there's like a 2-second pause and she goes, they played something. Like, there is a lot of good lines in
There
this.
is a lot of good lines. There's some great bits. It's just like, I feel like even with this storyline, there wasn't a fully learning moment. There were things that we thought were going to be, like where Frances was finally going to be like, oh, like this lady is lonely, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to clean up the place and just straighten up. And you know what? Whatever she says, we're just going to ignore it. And I'm like, nope. We go, he cleans up the place and then we still get like constant bickering back and forth, though I think the toys and the presents under the stairs bit is hilarious.
It's hilarious, but also like it's weirdly sweet in a way that I can't put my finger on, because it's like, it also makes you understand why everybody in this family is the way that they are. If this is Lois's childhood, where the smallest infraction meant that not only she didn't even return the gifts, she kept them. Like spitefully kept them as a reminder of every time that she'd been wronged.
Yeah. I mean, of course, this show came first, but it does really remind me of Baldwin's relationship with his mom on 30 Rock. Like, it
very
does.
much so.
It really does.
But yeah, all in all, this was an interesting watch. I'm glad we did it. Like, I'm glad.
Yes.
I mean, the fact that I think this is the first Christmas episode and it's season 3, and this was a 7-season show. I don't even know how many other Christmas episodes there are.
Yeah. I mean, it's so funny because if you would have asked me when I was like younger, even when this show was over, I would have told you this show ran for like 4 seasons, because I just remember having that first season DVD and then like it never getting another DVD release, or maybe the second 2 seasons got. But I do not remember this show running as long as it did.
I think it did that thing. Shows do this very often. I think it did that thing where it was super popular. Like, at a point, this was like a runaway show for Fox, and then it dipped in popularity. And I think they did like at least 2 seasons where no one was watching Malcolm in the Middle anymore, but they were like, maybe they'll watch it if it's on Thursday nights. Like, you know what I mean? Where they just start like shifting it all over the schedule to try to like get people back.
Yeah.
Which was, kids listening, that was a thing that used to happen. Shows would get multiple seasons to win an audience over those. Yeah. Those days are very much done
and
now.
And then those shows would end up on completely different networks.
Oh, yeah. Like the PJs. The PJs bounced to like 2 different networks. Buffy. Like,
yep.
Yeah.
Even like in, God, I guess not more recent years. Recent-er Community going through like what it did.
Or Scrubs.
And Scrubs, yep.
Scrubs was NBC, and then it became ABC, and I think it's still ABC. I think like the new season is an ABC show.
How are you enjoying that, sir?
It was delightful. It's over already. Yeah, I was glad to experience it. It definitely made up for how horrendous the original final season was.
Yeah.
I think they did a good job of like the final episode ties enough of a bow while also like being just open-ended enough that they're like, if you want to give us more seasons, there's more story to tell, but they didn't like They thankfully didn't leave on any giant cliffhanger where
Well,
you're
that's
like,
good.
yeah, because that was my fear with only 9 episodes, especially with, and I guess this is a very mild spoiler alert.
Yeah.
In the first minute of the new season, you discover that JD and Elliot have divorced.
Okay.
But now they have to work together again because it's about JD working back at the hospital after all these years.
Yeah.
And like we don't get much of a resolution on that. Like they're in a good place. By the end of the first 9 episodes in the first season, they're able to work with each other without being at each other's throats.
Are you happy with that choice? Like, are you happy that they are not still together?
I was not thrilled, but
Yeah.
I mean, I get from like a dramatic tension. Also, like, it's funny because the stuff that I heard was that it was really the cast that was like, you have to divorce them. And it kind of makes sense as someone who listens to the DVD commentaries of everything.
Yeah.
When you listen to the commentary track for the first or second season of Scrubs, Bill Lawrence talks about how in his mind there are 3 relationships in the show that are represented, and the one relationship is Turk and Carla, which is like when you just meet someone, they're definitely the person, and you two are ride or die for your entire life.
No.
And then he's like, then there's the Dr. Cox and Jordan relationship, which is like a couple that didn't work out, but as time passes, they realize that they're meant for each other, and they come back together ultimately. And he's like, and I always saw JD and Elliot as that couple that is not right for each other, but they are going to keep trying to make it work, even though they are worse people together than when they're apart. So I think he wanted to keep it a happy ending, and that everyone was like, Bill, you've been saying from day one that these are the relationships. Like, you have to, if you want to turn them into the Cox and Jordan throughout the reboot, like you can, but all you've ever said is that they are the couple that tries as hard as they can and it'll never work out. Like, you have to at least start them not happy.
Yeah.
and build from there. So I was fine with it.
Wild. Yeah. Good.
That's our little Scrubs hour.
Yeah. I mean, that's honestly, every time I see like the reboots commercials or anything, I think of you, bud. And I just
You're like, how's Matt
sure.
enjoying this?
Yeah, because I feel like we don't really get a chance to just talk randomly about that stuff.
No,
on here,
and
so.
well, there is going to be a way that we get to do that, because patreon.com/ I want to say it's Christmas 365 podcast. You know what? Just check. It's in the show notes. In the show notes is the link to the Patreon.
Go see.
Once a month, you and I are just going to shoot the shit on
I'm
something non-Christmassy.
So excited.
I know. I think we're going to record the first one of those next time we record.
Nice. Heck
but,
yeah.
That is it for Malcolm in the Middle, unfortunately.
I feel bad because there are definitely shows that we cover where we go beat for beat. Plot point.
But there isn't enough meat on the bone on this
really
one.
Not.
We tackled all the major ones. I mean, I do think it's kind of fucked up that the ending of this episode is that Francis leaves the house but hides multiple Jingle Bell cards all over his grandmother's house to torture her.
It's that episode. It's that, and the ending of the other plot point is Malcolm literally just looks at the camera and goes, "Hey, we're just gonna deny that, like, we have problems."
Yeah, I mean, listen, I know plenty of people who, as maybe one person who's the love of my life says, you squishy squash them down with your squishy squasher so you don't have to think about it.
There you go. If take that away from the Christmas 365 podcast this week. You squishy
bury
squash
your
it down.
emotions and you'll be fine.
Yeah. Merry Christmas, Matt.
Merry Christmas, Dylan.
Whoa. Now we won't stop till the big ball drops on New Year's. Happy holly, have a great holly, have a merry happy holiday.
You're listening to the Geekscape Network.